We, the jury, in the above entitled action, find the defendant, Orenthal James Simpson, not guilty of the crime of murder.
30 years ago, a verdict that polarized the world.
Guilty of the crime of murder in violation of
O.J. Simpson acquitted of the double murder of his ex-wife, Nicole Brown Simpson, and Ronald Goldman.
What goes through your mind that it's been 3 decades since this verdict played out the way that it did?
The same thing that's always gone through my mind, the fact that 2 young people were brutally slaughtered and nobody paid the price.
Tom Lang was one of the lead detectives on the case. Now retired, he and witness for the prosecution, Kato Kaelin, recently spoke to police officers in Seaside about some of the lessons learned and the possible missteps from the Simpson case, all a part of a speaker series hosted by Seaside Police. For Lang, the case never really closed. He co-wrote a book about it and has a long list of evidence against Simpson never presented at trial.
22 items are here that would have put any one of you on death row that were not used as evidence against Simpson.
Included in that list, a witness, Jill Shrively, who Lang said saw Simpson driving his Bronco erratically with his lights off near the scene shortly after the murders. She was not asked to testify by prosecutor Marcia Clark.
She actually jotted down his license number, but she sold her story to the TV, and because of that excuse was used.
Lang also told the audience about another witness, Skip Junis, who said he saw O.J. at LAX putting items into a trash can before flying to Chicago the night of the murders. Prosecutors never used him either, later saying no one could corroborate his story. But now, in a new development, Lang says limo driver Alan Park saw it too.
He says, yeah, he says, I saw him standing there with that bag, you know, and putting stuff in it. I said, what? He said, yeah, I saw him. This is the limo driver. He said, I saw him as I was driving away. I saw him taking stuff out of the bag, putting it into the trash container, just like Judas. I said, why didn't you tell somebody? He says, well, I did. He said, I told Marcia.
We reached out to Marcia Clark. We are still waiting to hear back. Lang himself faced criticism too during the case. Some said he was too soft on Simpson during the initial questioning before he was charged. Lang says the tactic was deliberate, playing good cop so Simpson would let police photograph his injured finger.
And how did the intense public scrutiny at the time affect your ability to do your job?
You don't allow anything to affect your job. You're the cop. You do what the cop does. You can't do what the jury does. You can't be the prosecutor. You can't be the defense. You can't do what the judge does. You can't be the media. You're the cop.
Just a few years after the police beating of Rodney King and the LA riots, the Simpson case only further fueled mistrust in law enforcement. The trial was at the intersection of race, crime, sports, and entertainment, and it all played out on live TV.
Because it was televised, so everybody knew my face and my wherever I would go out at that time. Well, actually it lasted a long time.
Kato Kaelin was friends with Nicole and lived in O.J.'s guest house. He became a witness for the prosecution. His life changed overnight.
And what was the hardest part of being thrust into the spotlight like that?
I guess it's people don't know who you are. They think of you as a soap opera character because that's what the trial was, sort of a soap opera to them.
Today, Kaelin co-hosts a true crime podcast, but this was his first time talking to a live law enforcement audience, offering a rare look into the case, still drawing interest.
When I got this call, it's because Nick Borges, the chief of police at Seaside, would be watching the podcast that I was on. I was aware of this, and he loved the content and where I was coming with, and he started listening episode after episode, and it was like, Kato would make a great guest speaker for this.
This is probably the biggest case in American history as it relates to a murder case, and we want to be better. We want to learn from these things. We can learn from people who were there, who can educate and teach us to be better and better serve our community.
For police in Seaside, it's a chance to learn. For Lang and Kaelin, it's a reminder that the verdict of the century still looms large, even 30 years later.
O.J. Simpson was acquitted of criminal charges but was later found liable for the wrongful deaths of Ron and Nicole in a civil trial. Simpson was ordered to pay more than $33 million to the families of the victims.
Simpson died in 2024, having only paid around $130,000, though. That's according to multiple reports.